Welcome.
Bring your agent, new member. Yeah.
Full disclosure, recording has begun. Watch your language, no use of acronyms. We are Women's Council of Realtors. This public service announcement brought to you by your national leadership team and guests. That being said, it's 5:04. Welcome and thanks for being patient as we let in all of the men and women. See how what I did there, men? See how I put you first that one time? Whoa/man. We had a whole campaign once for Women's Council Chicago, and it was we had t-shirts and it was all about empowerment, no surprise. And it was whoa/man, because you can't be a woman without man in the word. So we're in this together. Whoa, man. The slash I added myself. Whoa/man. Okay. Welcome to this evening's. This is the final event of day one. How did everyone enjoy your sessions earlier today? Shout out a couple of nuggets. What are some of your biggest takeaways? Unmute yourself. You're allowed to burp, hiccup, fart, make noises, and also share insights and thoughts like the ask I just made. Someone raise their hand. Share us one of your biggest takeaways from the day already. But I need you to do an electronic hand so you surface in our participants. Who's been on Zoom? Who's on Zoom for the first time and doesn't know how to use or raise your hand? Let me see. Let me see.
Sure.
Someone raise your hand, dang it. There we go. Jennifer Lish. Jennifer Lish, it's all you.
Well, yeah. Oh, hey. So the thing I just learned on the last video.
That's Aaron, not Jennifer, by the way.
We're a team. No, I learned on the spreadsheet to also put in the taxes that you owe so you can put them aside. That's really great. That's so helpful. Yeah, because no one likes the IRS. So.
Very nice. Thanks for joining us this evening. And Jen out of Colorado, share with us.
There was so much. It's hard for me to narrow it down, but we
don't have a lot of time, Jen. We just bottom line it for us.
I have to say the investment apps and the financial apps, I thought there was a lot of good information in a very short period of time.
Awesome. Very awesome. And thank goodness it's recorded so you can go and check it out again. I believe that. Was that one recorded? Can someone verify?
Yes.
You had to say yes if you were in the room. So this is how we know if you were in the room, just so you know.
Okay. Chicago. Hi.
Hey, everybody. Okay. We're going to kick this off because an hour is going to go by extremely fast, I assure you. So one of Joli's favorite things to do in these kind of meetups is introduce each other. So she always makes me introduce us. So Joli, as you know, needs no introduction as she is our Women's Council of Realtors 2020-2021 national influencer for our organization. So if you haven't started following that kid, please follow her on social media. We'll have some takeaways from here today that I am certain we'll be posting about and around. And then we've got some asks of you throughout the evening as well. Joli, do you want to screen share and get us kicked off in that regard? I'm Sam Powell from Chicago, Illinois. Joli Waldeck, somewhere on your screen, out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay. Well, welcome to vision board making. Sam and I were creating a couple little golden rules for today. We want to see you, so make sure your video is on. We want to hear you, so make sure your mics are on. Rename yourself, make sure your name, city, and state are there. And interrupt at any time. Like Sam said, burp, fart, anything. So.
It's recorded, so either own it or just let it be a secret. Don't worry about that yellow bar that will circle your face when you do it, but it's all good. Just disregard the yellow bar. It's not important. Nobody will ever notice.
Oh my gosh, Sam.
In the recording, no one will notice.
Oh, Sam, do you want to start with this?
Yes. So here's our thoughts, right? So we're going to do some vision boarding together individually, and then we'll hang out as if we're in someone's living room and just have a conversation while we're doing this. But the first thing we wanted to do was encourage you in this vision boarding planning is think about things like reflecting on your past wins and your takeaways and your growth and your development. What have you done well? What are you proud of? Those are kind of the images we want you to start thinking about because those are things you might want to carry into the future and remind yourself on, a bit like affirmations, as it were, as a layering to your vision board. And what would you do differently next time?
Finding your why. Your why is your most important thing. You cannot do a vision board without a why. So the why is what gets you through the dark times when it feels like nothing is happening or going your way. The why gives you purpose and it commits to your vision.
And then we love this idea of, I mean, we see people's visions boards and they have, you know, all of their favorite things or things that they're aspiring to or things that they're going to gift themselves for doing this, that, or the other thing, accomplishing goals and successes. So be thinking about those kinds of things. Like, what are your most desirable wants in the world? My wife, who's a life business coach, was told she wants eventually, sometime in our future, a Maserati SUV. Love her for that. So her coach flat out said, put it on your vision board, of course, but they took it one step further and said, we need you to do this. Go and rent that vehicle for an afternoon, be in the vehicle, experience the vehicle, see yourself in it by actually being in it. So I just thought that was kind of an interesting additional layer take on this. So as you're building out your board, if you have an opportunity to go and drive that Tesla, if that's what you want, please go and do it and create that mini experience along the way.
I love that. And then visualize yourself living the life you desire. Spending, you know, right now, even 30 seconds, 1 minute, visualizing your life exactly the way you want it to be to help you create that vision board.
So these are just some of our thoughts about your future, right? What do you want to see on your board in your future? What are some of your hopes, your dreams? If you've got a game plan, maybe putting some of those pieces on there as gentle, efficient reminders to yourself, some expectations about your family, some visions, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Some of this is pretty obvious and self-explanatory. What do you got for us, Joli?
Well, now we're going to talk about your canvas sizes. Sam, do you want to kind of cover canvas sizes, what you can do with your canvases?
Yeah, what we wanted to talk about before we went knee deep into actually creating them was think about this, right? So you know me, I'm the digital Sammy. So am I going to print my vision board out anywhere and display it anywhere physically? No, I'll keep it somewhere digitally, right? So for example, Joli and I were spitballing this idea of, since it is a digital space that can be maintained digitally, how about the idea of adding some inspirational videos into your vision board? Right? So maybe as just a mini example on my TV right now is a beach scene with waves crashing. And if I turned up my audio, you'd be able to hear some waves crashing in my living room, which is pretty badass if you ask me. But that kind of idea, what if you integrate it into your vision board, 2D images, the opportunity for some 3D perspective, and take it that next step further. Thank you. That was obviously an exclamation mark on introduce and interject some videos if that's meaningful for you. If you're that kind of visual learner, consider doing that. One of the things I wanted to show off in a way was my wife makes a vision board. This happens to be her vision board from 2015. And what I really kind of like about it is she had it printed on a canvas and then she had it framed, right? So it's in your Facebook feed all the time. You know, do you want to order a canvas? We're having a special. There's often Groupons all the time that you could special order something and have it printed. So think outside of the cardboard box of traditional vision boarding, and let's escalate this to something higher and more meaningful. Maybe my TV screen is where I'll display mine. When Jen created hers, she created extra space on there so she could write things in if she wanted to, and she Sharpied on hers. She has some text printed on there too, but she thought about this idea of adding to it, like being able to further enhance it down the road. So think about the size you might envision for the final product, right? We always talk about what do you want the end result to be? Now let's back it out and figure out a way to create that for you in the most meaningful way. What am I missing, Joli?
Nothing. We just kind of want to cover a couple Canva basics if you're brand new to Canva. So I'm going to hop back into screen sharing, and I am on justcanva.com. Let me move the bar. Perfect.
Who in the room is creating theirs with us electronically? Raise your hand. Raise your hand on your camera. Nice, nice, nice. I can't scroll to everyone so fast. And who of you are doing physically? Like you have magazines, you have glue. We fondly call you our glue sniffers. Where are our glue sniffers? We have some of you in the room. We do. All right. I see some hands. Okay, cool. So what we would love for you guys to do is periodically, if you're game, unmic yourself and feel free to share with us whatever you're doing at any time. Those of us that are creating it electronically, you're going to have the ability to take over the screen share and share at certain parts during this evening's adventure, if you have the courage to share and put out there into the universe your vision board with us. Jolie's going to take us through how to create that canvas size. Now that you've put some thought into, do I want a 5x7 frame, 8x10, 11x14, 16x20, unlimited canvas size in some respects? How would I do that, Jolie?
I am on canva.com. So I am going to go on the top right-hand corner and click create a design. This is where you can either do two things. You can do a custom dimension, or if you wanted to create a canvas, they automatically have 3 different sizes that you can choose from, and then you can have Canva actually print it for you. Clicking on that. If you want to do it super basic and really simple, on the left-hand side, there is going to be your uploads if you have any images saved, ready to go, or on photos. Now, if you have the pro version, you won't have to pay for any of these photos. If you have the basic version, there are some free photos and there are some that you have to pay $1 to use. If you have the pro version, what's really cool is I'm going to actually take this cow for an instance. Clicking on effects, once you click on the photo on the top left-hand corner, you can actually remove the background now to add some depth into your vision board. Canva also just created an option that you have a brush. So if you see that they're missing any parts or took away any parts of the photo, you can actually just brush over it and it'll come back. You have your elements where you can add your key shapes, text, anything that you're looking for. If you want to stay super basic, you can do this all in Canva, or you can go to Google, any search engine, and pull up images as well. Sam, am I missing anything on this?
Nope. I was just chatting with some of our kids in the chat about, do we have a vision board template? Would you show someone who was interested in finding a template on Canva for vision boards if there was a way to do that?
Absolutely. So I am on the home screen on Canva, and I am going to type in, let me help if I spell vision board right.
And I just want to be very clear. If you have a mask and you want to wear it in our room, we will not be upset. I assure you. But yes, please have it available for November 5th, my brother's birthday, when we install our officers. Please continue, Jolie.
So you have your templates once you type in vision board, and they have a couple different templates that you can choose from just to throw in images or text that you want.
Yeah, what I find with these is they're also structured, if that makes sense, right? So it's drag and drop your images in boxes. And if that's the clean look you want, then heck, that might work beautifully for you. What we like about using the integration of Canva in conjunction with what you used to do is physically cut out and sniff glue and put them on boards, is we're just stripping out the sniffing glue part. We still want to send you out to find an image, cut it out as it were, whether it's stripping out the background or cutting out the image in another tool. And then you can, layer them and move them around and twist them and rotate them and massage your board so that as you're finding more pieces, fitting them in together like a visual puzzle piece for yourself. So there isn't a wrong answer about being super structured. Think about how you created them on your cardboard in the past. Were you like Jen's? Jen's is very systematic. She is a Canva template. So there's no wrong answer, as you know. No judging, just openly if you ask for it. So however you want to do it, if there's a template you want to use, go for it. If you want to create your own blank canvas, that's a certain size and dimension. Jolie, did you show us how to do that already? I'm sure.
I did.
So,
yeah.
So let's go to that piece, right? Let's have everyone physically, if you're doing it in person with your cardboard, get to work. You're cool. Just engage with us and talk to us. If you're going to be doing it alongside us in Canva, have your Canva open. I'm curious what kind of dimensions people are choosing to go with, and if somebody is planning on doing something creative or different with their vision board that you haven't sort of seen or done in the past. Anyone want to incorporate some videos? Anyone thinking about that angle? Not seeing a lot of hands on screen one. How about printing it out on something more durable than a piece of paper? Anyone considering printing it on some kind of canvas or other material? Yeah, I see. Oh my gosh, Sarah Bell, I love you in your mask, cutting out things with your scissors.
Sam, I'm
Yes.
sure we can forward these to Office Depot, right? And then
Absolutely.
they can print them?
Yeah. I mean, there are so many solutions out there, even from Canva. You can print to their printer and have it shipped back to you, right? So you don't even have to leave Canva to fulfill your wish of having it physically in your hand sometime in the near future. You can also download the image in a relatively high resolution fashion and print it I mean, you can't get crazy life size, but you can get rather large in printing these out on a canvas or a photographic print material if you wanted to.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
When we put our photos on the blank canvas, is there a way to resize them?
There is. Jolie, will you do a quick demo?
Of course. So I am going, you can either go into uploads or your photos. Let's just choose like a person. Let's choose Christina Chen. Okay. So
Nice.
with your photos, either you can, if you want to resize down, up, that type of stuff, if you want to actually crop it, what you would do is you would double click on the photo, and this will give you the opportunity to crop the photo. And then you can move it and drag it into the size that you want. Canva also gives you the opportunity, if you go into elements, which is on the left-hand side, they give you an opportunity to choose frames that automatically are set. So if I have this frame right here and I go back into my uploads or photo section, I can drag Christina right into that frame, and then I can double tap it to move it if I want to. Does that make sense?
For our person that asked that question, do you follow that? Are you good?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
You betcha. Teach us feng shui, wise one. Yes, Sarah. Sarah in the mask. Now you're in trouble because I know you're in the mask running with scissors. And Christine, the free Canva, absolutely. You can use the free Canva as absolutely for tonight as a tool. The only thing you might run into where some of us who happen to have access to the premium version, one of the pieces that there are two things I think that are just slightly different for us, right? So you have access to some royalty-free images, so you can do some of your searches right inside Canva to find some of the images that you're looking for your vision board. Of course, you can go outside of Canva and search the whole www, world life, and find an image. In Canva, if I wanted to cut out the background, I have to have premium in order to do that. So if I'm trying to pretend I have scissors and cut things out from a digital perspective, then I need the premium version. There are other ways that we can handle that with you and for you too. There are some other sites that you can go to that allow you to sort of do this cutout tool. And if necessary, we can do a quick and dirty demonstration on another free website that allows you to go in and cut out an image if somebody needed that. Hey, Jolie, do we want to, I know we wanted to early on tackle our first challenge.
Let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to challenge number 1. We have a handful of challenges that we're going to throw at you, not meant to be distractions, but this one happens to be a pretty practical one in the sense that we are going to ask you, those of you that are doing this digitally with us, hi, Green Eileen, this challenge is for you. If you are doing this physically with paper, this challenge is not meant to exclude you. It just isn't meant for you to participate in. Did I say that wrong? Did I say that out loud? No.
Unless they have it like printed already, that type of stuff. That's why the raise the hand feature is on here. So you're going to virtually raise your hand, the first person to raise their hand. Once we say go, with the word empowerment, you are good to go and you cannot use the photo on our screen.
Yeah, you can't use that one, but if you're flipping through magazines and you've come across something that represents empowerment to you, we want that to be your way into this as well. And then you can raise your hand and share it with us as well. But we have a gift card for the first person that goes out there, finds us something about empowerment, brings it back here and is able to share it with the class. You actually have access, every one of us has access to share your screen. So when you have it on the ready, be brave, click that green button on the bottom that says share screen, and then click on your web browser that you have it pulled up on, or share screen, and then talk to us if you have something physically. Jen, what do you have for us? Keep it clean. People are being recorded.
Have girl power.
I like it. That works as empowerment to me. Does anyone want to challenge her choice of images? Why would you ever do that? So cute though. Jen, nicely done. Nicely done. Tell us a little bit about what resonated with you about that image. And just so we're all clear, this is how we know Jen doesn't have premium, right, Jen? Nothing against Jen, but when it has the watermark for Canva, then we know that you don't have the premium version. So if she wanted to cut that image out, she would text it to me and be like, Sammy, cut this out for me, and I'd send it back to her.
Sammy.
Yeah, who do we have up on our screen right now?
Sammy.
Talk to us.
This one, because it talks to me about women empowerment and also the diversity that we and everybody coming together that I feel like we need right now, in our nation, in our groups, in our families.
Beautiful inclusion and diversity as well. I love it. I love it a lot. Hey, Mary, come on over. Have you ever been in a Zoom room where you got to share your screen as part of an audience participation piece? Has you? Anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah? Nice.
This is, if your dreams don't scare you, they are too small. That's,
nice.
you know, I mean, that's maybe not what you were thinking of empowerment, but it's like, think big.
It reads empowerment to me. Totally.
Yeah.
That's what I love. That's what I love is you took the challenge and then made it your own, right? So I think that's beautiful. Susan. Nice.
Nice.
And this is this your in process? Like we can see you working on your vision board. Is that what we're looking at right now?
That is correct. So this is like a little video right here, going for some leadership roles. I'm campaigning because I'm running for vice president of my association. And as you know, I'm an instructor. So, you know, always trying to practice that craft and get better and better at it. So yeah, and then my image for empowerment is a bunch of strong women standing together, backing each other up, because when we back each other up, anything is possible.
That's awesome. That's
I
awesome.
love that.
Proud of you.
Thanks.
Those of you who have your hands raised, just out of curiosity, are they raised from the previous question or are they freshly new raised?
To raise their hand about empowerment too.
Okay. Who's on our screen now? I missed when the name came across. Sherry. Sherry. Correct us at any time. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, I love getting to see some of your other things going on too. We have a Jeep lover.
I worked on this yesterday as part of my homework. So I just found her as part of empowerment, but this is what I put together yesterday.
Nice.
So family time, goal for 2021, my husband, my Jeep, and traveling. So
nice. I love your logo in the center as well. Very nice.
Thank you.
Heck yeah. Thanks for being here this evening.
How is everyone else's vision boards coming along?
I feel like I should be drinking with Sam while I do this.
Well, you're welcome to.
Why is that?
This one vessel has water in it, so you're welcome to have some of that as well. One should stay hydrated. This water, our instructor vessel, has both hydrogen and oxygen pumped into the water. This, on the other hand, is pre-celebration to November 5th. I love that I have a mug honoring my brother's birthday and our national installation. It's quite fantastic. I love it. Okay. All right, so while you guys are working on your vision boards, if anyone has questions on, we have more lined up for you. Don't be concerned about that. We will interrupt you during your session. But if you have questions about Canva, running into a snag, trying to do something, trying to find something, please let us know. Let us be a part of the solution. And then, yes, go ahead with your question.
Okay, so I have the free version. Is there any way, like when you're looking at the photos, to filter out so that I don't see all the pro? Because most of the pictures coming up are pro.
So this would be my cheat for you, is sneak out of Canva and go to Google, do a search for what you're looking for. And since it's for your own personal private use and we're being recorded, because you're not going to publish this somewhere, if you use something that is not royalty free, because you're not trying to reproduce it and make money on it, it's okay for the purposes of today.
You can, in the search bar, you can filter by free or pro as well.
And that's why we keep Tammy Sims in the room as our third instructor.
Sorry.
Oh, no, I do not accept your apology. That was amazing. That's what we want.
Just click on the little tabs on the right of the search bar and it will let you do that.
What template did you suggest we use for?
I suggested you use the one in your head, like none, like just slap pictures down and massage them into something that looks organic and awesome to you. And Canva has templates. So if you wanted to pick one of those that resonated with you, don't hesitate.
Well, if I don't want to use their template, where is just a blank shape?
Who's sharing their screen right now?
I'm gonna
Claudia. Yeah, Joli is going to demonstrate that for you right now. So hang tight 1 second, Laura. We got you.
Can you repeat your question?
Well, I'm just trying to find a blank place to start.
Yeah, what size do you want your canvas to be, Laura? Tell me that. 8 by 10. Are you going to print it out?
8.5 by 11 or something. I don't care.
Let's do 8.5 by 11. Joli's going to walk you through how to do that real quick.
Okay.
Perfect.
And it's one of our favorite things about Canva. If we're designing for, Facebook or Instagram or some other proprietary website, having the specific dimensions is awesome because we can create a canvas in Canva of any dimensions of your desire. So Joli, go ahead.
Perfect. I am on Canva right now. When you go up to the top right-hand corner, it says create a design.
Okay.
When you click on that, it says custom dimensions.
Oh, okay.
And then you will type in the custom dimensions. Now make sure that on the right-hand side, it says PX, you change that to inches.
Right.
Before you type in the dimensions.
Yeah, and so you might want to do 11 by 8.5 in this particular case so that it's
or 11 by 14 or something like that. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And this is our point, is if you already had if you wanted to do a 16 by 20 canvas, you could do an 8.5 by 11 and then print it to a 16 by 20 canvas. But there's an opportunity for the image resolution to not be of the quality that you anticipate. So if we in Canva created a 16 by 20 canvas, then we know it will directly print at high resolution if we downloaded and included high resolution images.
And I have photos on my phone. How would, is the best way to put them in Dropbox and then import them?
That's a fantastic way to do it. I will sometimes text message myself. So I'm on a Mac. And so if I send myself a text message of an image, I can grab it from my computer. I will also sometimes email a handful of images to myself. And then I have access to them through an email or upload them to a cloud storage service. So there is many effective solutions. And so now it depends on your wheelhouse.
And on Canva, they're linked up with Dropbox and Google Drive. So if it's easier for you to throw them into Dropbox and then just log into your Dropbox on Canva, you can do that.
Great, thank you.
Of course.
Yep. So Tammy, did we answer your question about downloading pictures?
Yes, cool.
If I could just add to that, if you have a cable that you could just hook up your phone to your computer, then you can actually grab it directly from your phone. If you just look for the folder under the folders tab when it picks up your phone.
Yeah, and also if you're Mac, as an example, you can AirDrop it to yourself, to your computer, if the Mac's interfaces together.
I think my favorite thing about Mac is the feature of that I can be on my phone and literally click copy and then click paste on my computer, it's my
It's
favorite.
there. Yeah.
It's
No,
there.
I do.
And then I
That's
go
why.
on the Windows on my mom's computer and I can't do that, and then I get frustrated. So we're
I have a question for Joli.
yeah.
Go ahead.
It's Cherie. So so if I already created the size of my project, can I go back like you showed in the very beginning and change that size? I mean, I know that I can change it, you know, to stories and Facebook and different things like that, but can I change the parameters like you had just shown us?
So like, do you have the pro version of Canva?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Okay. So on the top left-hand corner, it's going to say resize, and then you can do a custom dimension.
Oh, very good. That's easy.
It's
Thank you.
breezy,
It's pretty
and they
ma-
even have
pretty
the
magical.
templates there for you already, which is nice too, if that makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, and I love this program on my phone too. I do my social media most often just right through my phone, creating those. It's really fun.
Wow.
Absolutely. I love the Canva app. They keep getting better and better every update. It's a little bit easier to use now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
before I had Canva, I was a huge fan of, I still am a huge fan of another app that's similar in templates called Unfold, UNFOLD. And now Canva has more and more and more. And so I might end up getting rid of it, but I still really love it as just a quick and dirty interface.
Sam?
Marge, I have to find you so that you can show me what you're showing me. Hold on. There you are. Oh, yeah. Marge may be holding up what looks like a drink please button or bell. I may have a drink please button bell from that has, obviously Marge was a bad influence, which is why we both have one, because it is a memento from an amazing visionary retreat. Hey Joli, what do we have next on our challenge?
Let's do challenge number 2.
All right, challenge number 2. You got a slide for us on that one too?
Of course.
Shock face.
Let me pull it up.
Nice.
Okay. Challenge number 2. What was your most favorite childhood toy? So go to Google, bring it back to us, raise your hand when you have it, and then we'll have you screen share.
How do I raise my hand? Natalie, are you on your phone or are you on your computer? Because I think it's easier depending on that. But to answer your question, there should be a, where am I, pal? Hold on.
So on your participants section, click on participants, and then you will have a button that says raise your hand. If your Zoom is updated, it may say more.
Yep.
And then if you're on your phone doing that, you would click, I believe, more, and then it will do that.
Or just unmute yourself and say, I'm raising my hand, dang it.
Well, I found one.
Okay, I'm raising my hand, damn it.
Nice, I love it. Did you also steal the screen share?
I didn't.
Well,
I
you'll
know, I
snag
need
it
to.
next. All right, who do we
I
have?
gotta find it.
Christina.
Christina the bomb, TNT.
That's right. With the goat.
With the goats.
So
okay, childhood memory or toy.
Childhood toy.
Being outside and nature. So that's just still who I am. Whenever I need to get regrounded or refocus, I get outside.
Nice.
Proud of you. We all need to do that a little more, but obviously 6 feet apart.
Stephanie Teeters, I just got excited to see your hand raised. Do you want to go?
Yeah, how do I share my screen? Oh, there it is. Oh.
Yes, children. Let's corrupt them.
Can you see it? I don't know.
Here it comes. Yeah. The little jump skippy bad boy.
The skip it.
Nice. It looks like a weapon as a child.
You would beat yourself.
Right.
To get like the better score, and they used to keep track of how many times it would go around.
Yeah. Do you remember how many? Do you remember your proudest moment in count?
No.
Oh man, see those repressed memories. It's dangerous. It'll
Yeah.
come back to you. It'll come back to you. Just have a sip of something. Have a sip of something. All right, Joli, we got
Question.
lots of people with their hands raised. Let's hook them up. Let them take over.
Let's
Show
do
us
it.
what you got.
I have a
I have a
question.
question.
Yeah. Well,
How do I move an image from another screen to my Canva board?
So tell us what you have it open in, just so that we can wrap our head around your station.
It's open in Pinterest.
Okay, so there's an image in Pinterest. Are you able to right click and copy that image from Pinterest?
Yes.
Okay, so
Wait a minute.
copy it and then
Yep.
go to your Canva screen and right click, hit paste, or Command V if you're an Apple user.
Command V.
Command V as in Victor will paste. Command C will copy.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to right click and then it kept saying you can't. You have to use command, and then I kept trying to use it, but it wouldn't go.
Mary,
All
your
right.
computer is upset with you, but I'm glad you guys worked it out. Hug it out.
Yes. I'm making it work really hard.
I encourage
Today.
wiping your screen. They're tender tears. Sometimes you just gotta wipe your little screen, remind them how
Yeah,
much you love them.
That's right. Thank
All
you.
right, do we have another share screen while we have a question? Yeah. ask
I
your question. Go
do,
ahead.
I do.
Ambassador- Oh, we have a handful of questions, but I see Ambassador Claudia on my
Oh.
screen, so I'm gonna sneak to you.
Thank you. So what is the reason for sharing a childhood memory on your vision board?
We didn't ask you to share it on your vision board. We just asked you to share it with us in class so we could give someone $25, but thanks for your question.
Oh,
Claudia.
okay. I thought it was for the vision board. Okay.
No, we are not in control of your vision board, Claudia. Although
Okay.
if you put it on there just to make us happy and then you delete that bad boy and be like, that's okay too.
No, I just thought there was a
couldn't-
reason for it.
I couldn't resist and I knew you would put up with me and my answer, Claudia.
We'll see.
All right, whose is this? Who do we have? Doing TXS Jackson. Where's my TSX Jackson? Talk to us. There you are. You're muted, kiddo. There you go.
Kick the can.
Kick the can was your favorite childhood game. When it was mama jokes, that's how we talk about your mama moving down the street. Just want to point that out as a childhood memory. Anyone else have good mama jokes? I'm not saying use them, but just remember those days, those good times when we were told, don't you come back to this house until the street lights are on. But if you late, we'll talk about that another day. That's a therapy class we'll sign up for. I think it's a health, wealth, and self. We're the last session on the self day, and it's all about just group therapy at that point. Some people call it a conference debrief. I call it group therapy. Join me then if you'd like. Okay. Joli, I know you're taking note of our winners. Do we have other people with their hands raised who
We have
are ready?
a lot of people. So I think let's have
Share some more. I want to see some more sharing.
screen share, and then we will go on to the next challenge.
That's mine.
Slinky.
That was my jam.
Just a time check, because we like to be mindful of those of you that only allotted an hour of debauchery with us, that it is nearly quarter till. So we do want to see some more screen shares of childhood memories because we think they're super fun, childhood favorites. And then we have one more challenge. Well, we have one more challenge, but as we get closer to the 6 o'clock mark, here's what we'd like to do is anyone who's willing to, has the courage to put yourself out there and be like, listen, my vision board is as complete as it's going to be in this hour that I had. And you're willing to screen share your vision board for the purpose and opportunity to sort of put yourself out there into the universe and be like, here's my vision, here's my board. You guys are now my collective accountability buddies in that I've put this out there into the universe in a meaningful way. So be thinking about that. If you're willing to share with us and talk to us a little bit about your vision board, we'd love to hear from you. If you need to bust out of here at 6 o'clock, we'll notice you're gone because we see every time someone comes and goes. But just Houdini out of here. We'll look for your name. We'll know if it's you when you leave, but it's okay. We also want to mention that Joli and I are going to stick around for a little bit. So if anyone wants to stay after the 6 o'clock hour, our staff are going to go enjoy their evening. We'll stop recording it at that time as well. And we'll sort of go off the clock still being respectful and following all of our Women's Council guidelines, of course. But we just want to mention, if you want to stick around, you're welcome to. They give us co-host and host responsibilities. So whoop, whoop. Raise your hand to become a speaker. Look what happens.
Why do I feel like I want to stay after 6 o'clock?
You are welcome to stay.
Why is that so intriguing to me?
One of the things we were going to do is demonstrate how to clean your monitor. So if you ever see me doing this, it's just because I wanted to touch Brenda and I wanted her to touch my technology.
That's hysterical.
Oh, Joli,
Sam.
can you tell them what's really happening over here?
Sam, do you want to see a childhood favorite game of mine?
Yes. Steal the screen. Oh, Joli, what'd I do with my big box of?
Do you see it? Chinchilagua.
Oh, tell me more.
Chinchilagua. That's a game. Chinchilagua.
What is that, leapfrog? What is that, leapfrog?
Do I have to leap into the
kind
wall?
Of like leapfrog, but you have one person standing against the wall. And then the other, you put several people like you see down there in the bottom. And then you had to run and you had to jump up as high as you could to get to the very top, to the very front. And I mean, they were just jumping and jumping and jumping and piling them on. That's Chinchilagua.
Put it in the, can you put that in the chat? Because I want to Google that.
Well, here,
yeah,
let me show you. Hold on. Let me show you.
Here's what
That looks like a recipe for a broken neck to me.
Is
that even legal?
I was going to say, are the police on their way next?
Probably
Claudia.
not now. It's not legal. I'm sure they
Claudia,
would.
that's a very, Claudia, that's a very unfair. That's a very serious Latino thing we do. You know what I'm saying?
Chinchilagua.
Yeah.
And right when you're gonna run and do it, you yell, Chinchilagua, arriba voy, si se cae la mula, no pierdo yo. And you jump as high as you can.
Wow. I love it. I love it. I envision a video on your vision board of that now.
I love it. Thank you for sharing.
That's awesome. Hey, this is just an insider secret to one of Sammy's mini addictions. I have an entire container, and these are all still Brenda Lee's unused ones. I have all of her extras from when she ran and no longer needed them as a winner. And oh wait, there's a Debbie Z in there. Zenny, of course. Who knows? Some swag. Anyway, I also have some Pride. Some of my Pride and Joy ones are still in plastic out of Las Vegas. Who remembers this one?
Melissa Zimmelman.
Melissa Zimmelman's. So I collect them. They're one of my favorite things to collect because I wear glasses and I love clean tech. If you sit next to me at a conference, I'll probably clean your screen if it looks like it's got a speck of anything on it.
It is true.
Often without your permission. So just smack my hand if you need to.
Or like when you're at lunch with her, whatever, she'll do that too.
If I take the glasses off your face, that means I don't know how you seen out of them in the first place and you just needed me to be there at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Joli, do we have other people who have stuff to share? No.
Well,
I don't see any more hands. Does anyone else have a childhood toy they want to share?
Nice annoying me.
Even if you just want to shout it out at this point.
Brother, I told you I would be in a convention. Is everything? Oops.
Light break.
I have one.
Yes.
Can I share? Hi,
Yes.
Hi, Joli. Hi,
Hi,
Sam.
Claudia.
Hi. So I'm on my phone. So this is my first time. I did a little screen. So I just press share and then I go where?
You want to click on what it is you want us to see. I know this surprises you, but you
I
actually have
know.
to tell your technology, let them see this, not this, like that.
So it's on my phone. I did a quick snap.
You know, to be
On
perfectly
Google.
honest, I'm not, well, yeah, that could work. But if you have Google open, you should be able to say screen share and then select
Oh.
Google and it should show us your Google.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Let's
yeah.
see. You guys are awesome. Let's see.
You are.
I don't see Google. It just says Google Drive document
Can I
web
do it
URL.
now? Oh, I can share it now.
Screen share from your phone. Can you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
I
happening.
did it.
Oh, there. Well, Jen's
No,
doing it.
that's mine.
Yeah, I
It
see
took me
that.
forever to figure it out. I played with horny toads.
I see what you did there and I like it. I had a turtle and
I don't know how to unshare.
Oh, we'll take it. We'll strip it away from you. That's fine. We're quick like that. No, Jolie did it. I didn't even do it. But Jolie and I were talking about what our favorite childhood toys and stuff were. Jolie, what was your favorite?
Either like toy cars. I love Hot Wheels. I still love them. I still like to collect them.
Now you like big Hot Wheels. Yeah. Oh, and Legos.
Sam,
She's
what
trying
about
so hard. That's so great. Well, my answer to you was I had 26 hamsters as a kid, but let me just tell you how that happened coincidentally. Like my parents for my birthday or Christmas, doesn't matter. My memory is shaky. I get these 2 hamsters. And I had a super young little sister, and she held one of the hamsters just a little bit too tight. Not her fault. We forgave her. So they got me another hamster. Well, herein lies the problem. Very quickly, I had 2 very pregnant hamsters. The one hamster that survived was pregnant, and the replacement hamster came pregnant. So then I very quickly had hamsters having hamsters, which is a very intriguing thing to watch as an adolescent, I must tell you. So very quickly, I have 26 hamsters. Girls that get along great, they share a cage. Boys that get along great, they share a cage because no more babies. You follow that logic? And then there was a cage for the girls that didn't get along with the girls and the boys that didn't get along with the boys. And then there was the cage for that one little bastard who didn't get along with nobody, had their own little princess cage. Her name ended up being Cinderella. She's the only hamster I kept at the end. I was just like, Mom and Dad, thank you. Can we go down to 2 hamsters again? So we actually gifted 24 hamsters back to the pet store at some point in time. They were kind enough to take them back because I feel like they gave us extra. And also, Jolie, my brother's dominoes were my other favorite. Anyone have that gun tool, gun for lack of a better word, but the domino loader that would perfectly stack and space perfectly? Anyone remember this as a child, this motion here, this very safe domino extraction motion? Anyway, those were my favorite.
So wow, we have a challenge 3. So let's do that. We have about 9 minutes until wrap up if someone needs to leave. So let's do a challenge 3. Sam?
Challenge number 3. We were just like, because we figured this might very well go on your vision board.
It's part of this thing. It's just a fun thing. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Is, something that you really, really want, like something in the future. Jolie, you want a cow to go with your pig? I love it. I mean, I only knew which one was hers because I said the bus. Jen, you'll love this. I want a tiny home school bus. And I want her husband, my twin Reed, to be the redesigner of it. But that bad boy's got to be, we need to cut the bus, raise the height because I'm 5'1". I need a lot of ceiling height and then a sunroof, like a lot of sunroof. That's my vision. All right, Sandra, what do you got for us? Oh, look at you, girl.
Oh, wow. Look, she's
that
done
came
her.
together beautifully. Somebody knows how to stack and readjust layers.
Oh, I've been playing around with it. So I've been here like trying to listen to you guys and everything. So what I really want to go back, I fell in love in Paris. I fell in love with Paris. So I definitely want to go back there. That's definitely.
That's awesome.
It was not enough time.
Never been.
Very cool. And will you do me a favor and just whether you make the change or just visually, conceptually, I love that you're making a vision board for 2021, but would you consider, can I challenge you to make a vision board 2021 and beyond? Meaning maybe you're going to go, maybe your intention is to go to Paris in 2021. Is that correct? Or is your sometime in the future you want to go back to Paris?
Sometime in the future.
Yeah. So I just like this idea, instead of putting limitations even on your board by making it finite, right? Yours reads like in 2021, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to focus my visionary efforts on. And in your case, since it is and beyond, maybe just vision board, right? And then it doesn't have a date or a timestamp or anything like that from a psychological perspective.
Awesome. Thank you. I like that.
It's beautiful. Thank you for sharing it. Lots of beaches.
We have so many hands up. Desda.
Get on in there. Show it off. Hi, Kate Kelly.
Hit the mic. What's up, ladies?
Whoop, whoop. Hi. God, I love seeing everybody. This is so best.
Oh my gosh.
Marge, nice to see you in your kitchen where you belong. I mean, when you're making awesome stuff for other humans.
Hey, the countertop is all cleared off, man. I'm already at a Christmas bake.
Nice. Nice. Well, you have the surface area. I can tell you that. Jolie, your mom would
But it is
also love the
your-
size of the island that Marge Peck has in her kitchen. We could slay open an entire human on, wait, did I take maybe too far? Maybe too far. Anyone else a fan of Hannibal? Hannibal Lecter? Just kidding.
Oh,
Now just imagine being in my brain, people. Just imagine.
oh my goodness. Des, so what is your, what you want?
Oceanfront property.
Nice. So you're just like any one of these, I'd like to visit every one of these. Here's just a sampling of my vision. I love it.
I love it.
Nice. All right, who do you got next, Jolie?
Let's see. How about Sherry Butler?
All right. How do I do this screen share thing on this Mac?
On the bottom, there's a green button that says share screen.
Oh, okay, perfect. Let's see. This is what I want.
Nice. I like it. I like it a lot.
Tesla.
Hey, real quick, I want to show you too. This is my
Yeah.
vision board.
It is.
Now, did you use a template or did you stack these in this way
I
yourself?
stacked them. I Googled everything that I wanted to have in it, and that's what I came up with.
That's beautiful. Is journaling represented? Is that what I'm seeing with the handwriting?
Yes, I want a journal. It's been one of my things that it's been actually on my to-do list for quite a few years, but I really need to do it.
And is that a planking contest way on the bottom? Because I'll do that with you.
That is
Well, I want to stay planking longer than I can right now. So that's one of my goals. And I like red wine. I like to garden. I want to travel. Self-care, I think, is really important nowadays. I like the beach. Empowerment was part of one of the things I had chosen, and then leadership as well.
I love it.
Beautifully done. Obviously, Jen is home and the children have greeted her properly. So things will calm down again over here.
What about
eventually?
Did I say that right? Did I say that wrong? Natalie? Okay, we will go on to whoever wants to screen share, whoever wants to take over first. There you go. Hi, Natalie.
Oh, look at you. Where are you? I always like to see my faces. You need to start talking so you highlight faster. Don't make me work so hard over here. Unmute yourself. Are you muted? Where are you? Why can't I find you?
Natalie?
Talk to us about your board. Hi, Lynn. I see you, Lynn went.
Maybe her microphone's not working because she's unmuted.
I don't think.
Well, this is what I like to do in these cases. I'm going to tell you what her vision
You're
board
not.
is. I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. I would, but only if it was after 6 o'clock. When we were doing who got to join the breakout sessions last night? It was a really fun session at the welcome where you had 30 seconds, go get something, come back. There was a moment, and Kate Kelly is in the room, and their audio wasn't working, so I took it to tell everyone in the room what they were saying. It was super fantastic. I don't think those were recorded because I feel like that was some really good material. I'm a little upset by that. It's okay. All right, so you've got 2 minutes left. Does anyone have something? You don't have to share screen, but if you'd like to unmute yourself and share anything about your experience this evening, anyone want to share with us what you plan on doing with your vision board? I don't know. And before anyone wants to leave us, if someone wants to close us out with something positive experience about today or about this session, go.
Hey, Sam. Oh.
Go, Sabrina.
Hey, Sabrina.
Oh. Hi. Okay. I know you guys can't see me on my iPad, but I am playing along. But every year in our office, we do these. And I want to say that they are very inspiring and that out of the agents in the office, whatever they've put on their board, they've accomplished one or two of those things within the year. So I say keep doing these, put them up, make them visual. We hang them in our office. I wish I was there because I would take you guys around to see all of them. But Sam, I love this. Love, love, love this. I think dream boards are, I think they're inspirational. If you wake up and look at them every day, you know, it comes into fruition for you. So you guys build these boards, don't put them away anywhere, put them somewhere where you can see them every day. Sam, this was great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here with us. One of the things that I always, like when I travel and speak, one of the things I always tend to bring up is the device we carry around in our hand, right? Our smartphones. I always feel like there are two opportunities for inspiration on your own phone, right? You've got your lock screen and you've got your, wallpaper screen. Is be thinking about what you're building in your vision board is maybe taking one of those or two of those and creating in Canva one that is the size of your phone screen, which you can easily find out asking Google based on the model that you have, input those into your own custom dimensions, recreate a mini version of the entire vision board. That's a possibility, like in the resizing. Or create one that is, maybe every week you rotate an image, a different image as a lock screen and your desktop screen on your phone, so that every time you pick that bad boy up, you're reminded of that Tesla S series or whatever it was. You're reminded of that bus that you want to, buy and turn into a tiny home. You're reminded of Paris and you're longing to go back there again because you loved it so much. So things like that. And if you have ideas about places that we aren't using these kinds of things, suggestions, please share with each other. And if you want something like this brought to your local network, you could always talk to national. You could always talk to speakers that you know and love. There's a handful of us in the room right now. Sabrina, Susan, myself, Marge owns a real estate school and is an instructor. I'm only on this first page and I know there are more of us. So use the talents from within your own network. Use the talents from within your local networks in your state, within your region. Now you got a lot more in your region to tap into, but tap into the talents of the Women's Council and, bring us in virtually as it looks like we're going to be in this environment for a bit longer. What do you have for us, Joli?
Who raised her hand to share her vision board, and we encourage you guys to share your vision boards online. Sam and I will be stalking these hashtags and looking at the vision boards, and some of you who post on there will get a little goodie from Sam and I. We are going to be hopping on Thursday after the inaugural to look them up.
Yeah, so if you haven't completed yours, don't feel like you're under the gun and have to post something tonight. Put some more time and thought into making it and crafting it to something you like this week. And then before inaugural, before we go and put our masks on and play together in that sandbox and celebrate each other and celebrate our installing of our leadership team on a national level, post it out there to the universe. Tag us, tag Women's Council, tag this Wealth, Self, and someone else throw it out there. Who's paying attention?
Wealth, Self, and Health.
Thank you. Tag them appropriately, but if you do hashtag vision board as well as Leaders Made Here, that's what the signature that we're looking for. And then we're going to do a drawing for all of you that have the bravery to do that, to put it out there into the universe and share it with us. One of you is going to receive something pretty awesome in the mail, and you'll know that because we're going to have to reach out to you to get your address.
Hey, Sam, I have a quick question real quick, or maybe Joli can answer this. I have an image that keeps pinning to the background of it. Is it too big?
Share your screen and let us see it. Let's spitball it together. And this is another thing that's kind of fun about Zoom, right? So if you want to do a one-on-one with someone and they're struggling with something that you can help them with, have them share their screen. Keep them in the driver's seat because we learn so much better when we're in the driver's seat. So we'll have Jen demonstrate to us what her struggle is. All right, what's the image giving you trouble?
I don't know if you can see it. It's this one.
Okay, so do me a favor.
Let me grab it.
If you right click on it, there's down at the bottom of that menu that'll pop up, there's a little thing that says set it as your background image and make sure that's not selected.
I don't even see that.
You got to right click.
On the image in discussion.
Yes. So cursor on the little bit of the image peeping through and then right click.
Got, okay,
It's giving her trouble.
okay,
obviously.
Jolie has control. I'm not gonna mess with it right now.
No worries. Well, that was going to be my next thing is Zoom also allows, especially the way we've set up permissions, and that's kind of the key to this, is Jolie asked Jen through the interface Zoom if she could take access of her computer, and Jen, being as trusting as she is, said yes. So now Jolie is going to show us what we were trying to demonstrate.
It's super laggy today. So hold on.
Can you see Natasha's? Natasha actually put one together on a poster board. Good job.
Yeah.
I did.
Natasha, the other thing that if you're game for doing is so that you can still participate online even is take a photograph of it. You can share it with us in the chat if you wanted to, so people could see the whole thing in its entirety. And then you could also obviously post it on social media and be a part of that challenge with us.
It wasn't,
okay, so then you deleted the image, which it was going to be the first thing I asked you to do, was just remove it because you can undo it super fast.
But then
this way we at least know we're on the right image.
It moved on to that one right there and replaced the image that was there.
Oh, because you dragged it and dropped it in that spot, maybe?
You deleted my family, Jolie.
Undo.
Okay, I am going to stop remote control. So then you just need to crop that.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Anyone else have a board they want to share? It's 6:05. So you're welcome to stick around and hang out. I am going to stop recording.
Look
just so
at
that
Daddy.
everyone